Widely regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finds a little space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws into the middle of the field. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Smashes through the tackle. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you run into...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Let's look at the big picture for Army. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Ridley. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grab near the sticks. It's Griffin. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Buys a little time. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
It's incomplete, a 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
To the air on 2nd down. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
We reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Finds a man on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
The Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the option. Running into the open space. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. The mids are always going to have a threat to run it at quarterback, whether it's Ricky Dobbs or Kaiponoa Kaheaku and Hata.
And in those guys, what do they all have in common? When you play quarterback at Navy, you got to be able to make a lot of decisions on every...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's how you take care of one of the faster quarterbacks in college football. You don't even give him a chance to scramble. That defense was all over him. They had multiple guys win their one-on-ones. They got into the backfield and brought him down for a sack inside the pocket.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the pass.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Navy!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Looking for an alley from inside his... Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll give it to Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Here's the handoff. Got room to work. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And now on second down for this offense. Motion from the back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
What a nice play by the defender there. When you're cold and you're wet and it's snowy like this, you just want to make plays and get to the sideline. Why? Because there's a heater over there. Give it to me and my jacket, please.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You don't see a lot of teams that are successful throwing the football in the snow, and obviously on that last one, got away from the quarterback, nowhere close to the intended receiver, and the defense able to come away with the INT.
Keeps looking downfield, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Navy quick to the line. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Looking down the middle. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Going right to work up top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Moving away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Flips it out in the flat. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Navy now facing third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They want to throw it. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Black Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Navy offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the fourth down.
Punt is in the air. And the returner is stopped. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The hand to the running back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well,
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The give on the option. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on fourth.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Zings it complete to the right. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. Anchors away as Navy has pushed out this lead and smooth sailing ahead for the midshipmen.
How about Navy handling this moment? This is a huge moment. Obviously, only show in town. Everybody cheering for you. The weather's always awful. Navy's done a great job executing, taking advantage of some Army mistakes, and they got the lead, Palmer.
A big opportunity, obviously, for Navy's program, but also doing it on a national stage. They have come out, and they have dominated Army. They're executing better. They've run the ball better. Defensively, they've been stout. This has been impressive.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Black Knights will hustle to the line. The give. Runs through the tackle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Black Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Leaves it with the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. The Black Knights are threatening in the red zone. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. And the Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Black Knights. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Navy will go back on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll try the run. Working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He had a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front, great job out of back, knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The handoff to Johnson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside.
Turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Using his feet. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarter. The pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Looking for his man in the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
So Navy beats Army, and it is tradition for the victors as both teams sing their alma mater. The victors sing 2nd, and that honor will go to the midshipmen. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.